Hello Eternum, this is IE Guy. Today, PTR Patch Note for February has been released. I want to quickly go over some of the biggest changes I think in the entire patch note. I'm not going to go over everything because that would take too long and you're welcome to read over it. But some of the most important ones I'm going to go over. And the first one is weapon swapping. So weapon swapping bug has been in the game for a long time and is one thing that's hurting PvP perhaps the most. And a lot of times it's been really bad in PvE as well. Now they're gonna make it so that when you weapon swap, it will not interrupt the actions. And then when you queue up swap into an attack, for example, if you want to switch to another weapon and then queue up a CC, it will just queue into it. I'm excited to see how the implementation of this goes, but if it goes in correctly, it will be a huge quality of life improvement. Next up is dodging and blocking. This could potentially, depending on what class you play, could be a big change. They're making dodge more fluid, but for me personally, I play a class that has a lot of heavy attacks, so light attacks changes doesn't affect me as much, but being able to more fluidly block and dodge after light attacks, this could be really good for you. The next super important change is that they're going to adjust rewards granted from the Outpost Rush to include Umbral Shards. So 100 shards for the winning team and 50 shards to the losing team. Now this might not sound like a lot, but this is actually huge because 100 shards, while it's not going to take you to 625 gear score, it will very easily through the course of multiple games bring you up to 610 gear score on most of your pieces, and potentially a little bit higher if you're just playing OPR all the time. So this is a really excellent change. It will still give the PvE grinders a reason to push mutations really hard, but for people who just want the PvP, they're going to be at less of a disadvantage because they can get to 610 and a little bit higher past that from just doing PvP, and that's going to be really nice too because it can get you prepared and transition you easier into the mutators. On top of that, there's just more incentive to do OPR. They're going to significantly increase the likelihood that rewards in the caches will increase your expertise. So this is going to be really good. I'm excited to be running OPRs after this. The next major change is a progression is going to change. Arcana, armor smithing, engineering, furnishing, jewel crafting, and weaponsmithing trade skills will require 10% less XP. Well, 10% might not sound like a lot, but trust me, I have leveled all of these to 200. Saving 10% of that is going to be hours. Absolutely just huge change. And keep in mind, if everyone spends 10% less, there's going to be more materials floating around, which makes your progression cheaper as well. So 10% is actually going to be more impactful than people might realize. The next one is the absolute leveling. Smelter crafting gear will drop from tier 3 aptitude boxes. Currently, you might have, say, the tanner set that will get you more leather when you're making leather, but the smelter one doesn't exist in the game, and the introduction of this, depending on how available it is, might drastically change the price of Asmodeum and Orichalcum and balance it out to be closer to the other materials. So this is really interesting and I'm excited to keep my eyes on it. Last major change I want to talk about, perhaps not everyone will care, but creating a trade chat channel. So for me, this is exciting because I enjoy chatting in global chat, and a lot of times it's just full of trade requests and things like that. So hopefully this will create a more organized chat system. Great Axe got another slight nerf, so yeah, Gravity Well is gonna be less effective. It reduces the pull force, and it lets people escape. Just gives people a chance to dodge and escape the vortex damage. So this could potentially be the nail in the coffin for Great Axe, but it's still gonna be a great weapon. Ice Gauntlet's Ice Storm was doing way too much damage, so supposedly this will be fixed with Punishing Storm will only increase Ice Storm's damage. Previously, it was increasing every source of damage, and that was way too overpowered. And Ice Spike, Spike Reach. So Ice Spike currently have a potential to one-shot somebody by hitting them 4 times. But now this supposedly will make this much harder to land. A major change for tanks, Reverse Stab. It will no longer, Tactician upgrade will no longer reduce the cooldown Reverse Stab itself. So it's not going to refresh the stab, which previously would have let you reset your cooldown really, really fast. So this is actually a pretty big nerf for tanks. So we're gonna see how that changes the tank meta. So thank you so much for watching. This is not my usual style video with guides and demonstration and things like that, but videos like this really helps keep the channel alive and competitive, because I don't want to have to put out clickbait videos that just promises insane profits, because I only want to upload when there's something that's relevant, and patches like this talking about it I think could be helpful for some people. So thank you so much for watching once again, and if you like my channel, please subscribe or leave a like or just comment with anything you want. It could be, yeah, just anything you want. Yes, have a great day.